Okay, we should be live now, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, audio is good. Almost ready to begin. Okay, so before we start, there's one thing I need to do. Since I'm having the trade deadline at week 9 instead of week 8 this season, I am turning the trade deadline off. Oh, it's already off. Okay, perfect. Since the trade deadline is week 8, and I don't know if I can turn it off and on mid-season, so I'm just keeping it off, even though the trade deadline is going to be technically week 9, which would be after this stream. But I don't think we have to do anything else other than getting this show on the road. So the first game of the day, we had the Cardinals and the Niners that won in a tiebreaker vote in dominant fashion. So we finally get to see these two teams. Siri, give me a number between 1 and 2. Siri has selected 2, so we're going to use the Niners. What's good, Barker, Jax, and Nick? Boy, you get to lose 2 more games. Yes, you do. Thought we were watching the Cardinals. We are watching the Cardinals. I mean, I guess that message was sent before. What do we want to do for the Niners? We got to rock the All Blacks, right? I feel like this is the only acceptable choice. Curious to see what both of these teams do in watch. 2 of the better teams we have not seen in a watched game yet. What's good, PPJ? And then you can finally sell the farm. That Bobby Wagner trade is still up for you, by the way. I figured I'd just point that out. Probably shouldn't have said that publicly, but whatever. Should have watched the Caps? Maybe. I mean, both games were good, so I don't really have much of an issue with either the Caps and Dolphins or Steamers and Lions. Both Steamers games have been weird, because the 2 Steamers games this year were probably the 2 best endings all year, but the games themselves were not the most exciting, but the endings were the 2 best endings we've had all year. So, and Toronto's especially interesting since they've been surprisingly bad. Oh, you know, yes. Alright, let's get this one underway. Week 7, 5-1 Cardinals, who still have the tied for best record in the league. Is anybody else 5-1? I know we have 1 loss. We didn't have a bye week, did we? No, I think we're actually 5-1. I don't remember the other 5-1 teams. I know the Cardinals can't be the only one. So what you're telling me is you're going to lose on a blocked field goal. Yeah, pretty much. Wonder what Justin Herbert's going to do in a watched game for a new team. We saw him dominate back and watched in week 4 from Ravens. 2 games with San Francisco. He torched his old team and then was a little bit up and down the previous game. And we will get to see Justin Herbert and crew first as the Niners will start on offense.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
We get to see Mr. Herbert in action. Ironic that the 2 guys in the Baltimore QB battle are both starting and neither of them are starting on Baltimore. That's kind of funny. Because obviously Aaron Rodgers is Miami, Herbert in San Fran. That's kind of wild. First play of the game, Herbert breaks a sack. Somehow still alive. This play is like the longest play ever and it's incomplete. Checking rosters on MLB The Show. Okay, thank you, good sir. Because I'm quite curious. And I would like to know if they're good. I've been anticipating that they're going to be, like, fixed within the next day since, like, Sunday. So I really have no clue. I better be this weekend. It better be. or else I am throwing hands with San Diego Studios. I mean, it could be worse. I had to set up all 30 rosters for the Cavs series on both current gen and next gen, so I suppose it can't really get worse than that. Did they fix for rosters? Well, apparently they fixed like some of the servers, so we don't know if the roster vault is good. But if it is, yeah, I'm going to be recording a lot of MLB The Show for the next few days. There are no good rosters. You've been checking the rosters each day. None of them are good still? I mean, I don't need something that's like... I don't need full minors. I just need something that's like adequate. Like, I don't need the entire C potential AA, you know, Angels farm system. Like, I don't need that much. I just need it to be somewhat solid. I need the ratings to be a little bit better, and obviously the draft picks. Despite rosters being broke, you're still having fun. The game itself is still fun. But it still almost feels like it's not out because I've barely been able to record the main series for MLB The Show. You've been able to use the vault, not a single 2020 draft pick still? I would have thought there would have been one by now. That is very odd that nobody's had a roster of at least, like, Torque. Niners are moving down the field real easily. Guess you just don't like defense. Well, so far you don't. It's about to be done with Season 1 next week. I mean, shoot, I think the Pirates Season 1 only lasted like 2 weeks of real time, so... And I'm going faster with this series. I'm going even faster, because I... Discord or not, but I have a plan that it needs me to go faster. So that's not even super unrealistic. Niners have to kick the field goal, so the Cardinals got the stop. Checking one now at once had downloads. It says it has Torque and Austin. Did it have Torque and Austin Martin? Oh, it says you're checking it now. Okay. I know Austin Martin was in like the roster vault. I think there were a few other players in there. I didn't see one for Torque. We can defend the run! Woohoo! Congrats, you can defend the run.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Here is Mr. Smirnov, the heavy MVP favorite through 6 weeks, 17 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. After his great season last year, he's picked it up in even more dominant fashion. The Bills coach has been ghosted. Well, the Bills coach isn't super active, so that's not a major surprise.
2 yards on the pickup.
Vontae Maddox was supposed to help the issue of the pass defense. Yeah, but it's only one drive. I mean, you guys are still 5-1. I wouldn't worry about the first drive of a game in Week 7. Road of a Show is so addicting. I heard, like, in order to make your player better, you had to, like, play Diamond Dynasty, kind of. Like, how true is that? Because I have not touched Road of a Show. Here's a nice sack for Pierman. Really had to go live while you were on a Rick and Morty marathon. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Cobra. You have to make your choice. Just download the players and put them into... That works, I suppose. I mean, as long as we have, like, most of the 2020 rookies and the prospects' ratings and potentials are a little bit better, I can always, like, manually edit player ratings. What's good, Pog? Welcome, my guy. Your team has not started off too hot, but we're only like 5 minutes in, so it's not a particularly big deal. I have to play Diamond Dynasty, but you can't because the servers go down every 5 minutes. This is like the 1 year I need the servers to like work, because it kind of has to do with the roster vault, and the roster vault... I imagine if they like make the servers good, they would fix the roster vault in the process. So this is like the one time I actually care about the servers. Road to Show and Diamond Dynasty are linked. You can use it for both modes. I don't think that's a bad idea, but I feel like Road to Show people may not want to play Diamond Dynasty and vice versa. So I feel like that should be like an option. But MLB The Show likes money, so as do all games. You're gonna have to wait a couple months till the college rosters come around for MLB The Show. Is Aiden Patton a good prospect? I've never heard of that guy in my life, so I couldn't tell you. So that means he's probably not that special of a prospect if I've never heard of him. 3 things are consistent in life: depth, taxes, and run defense. Yep. At 22, nothing there for Smirnov. Let's not get destroyed by the pass rush and miss easy checkdowns. Well, I mean, you guys shouldn't even going for many checkdowns. I mean, it's EA, so they probably will, but I mean, Smirnov's game is not built to throw 5 yards downfield. See, he's built to do that! Fitting timing. That was a perfect transition. It gained to 52 for John Ross. Someone uploaded Jose Fernandez. I watched this like really in-depth Jose Fernandez video like 2 days ago. I forget who the channel was called, but it was really good. Can't wait to catch an L from Green Bay. It's bound to happen. Sam Darnold's going to throw for 4 more touchdowns. We've seen the Chiefs again today. The Chiefs did not win either poll. I think they were on both polls, but they didn't get enough votes. Damn, nobody voted for the Bulldogs and Eagles. I mean, there weren't a ton of choices week 7, so that doesn't totally surprise me, but oof. First quarter in the books, Niners lead 3-0, but the Cardinals are driving down the field pretty nicely. Was it foolish? It was not foolish baseball. It was somebody else. Waller, yee! As we have some Russian. Can I copy that? I don't think it'll let me copy it. Scuda is tired of the slander. Scuda should also be tired of having us in his division twice a year. But Scuda was really good last week. You gotta give him credit. Another sack here, this time by David Onyemata. Foolish Baseball posted that video. You would have watched it by now. Exactly. Was it Baseball Historic? I don't think so. Three for 8 yards in the OFL is pretty solid. Not for Alvin Kamara, but for most running backs, that's not terrible, yeah. EA pocket awareness, boys, in a nutshell. 3rd and goal. Alexi backed up at the 30. Has all day to throw. Good Lord. And he only gets 18. He literally had 10 seconds to pass it. Was it Dawson Wright? I don't think so. Diablos and Chiefs for second? Were they? Well, there's also a 2-way tie. Oh, wait, no, that game was in the tiebreaker. Yeah, you're right. I'm dumb. Wait, what? How did the Niners have... Wait, what just happened? I wasn't paying attention. What? Oh, they went for it and missed it. I wasn't even looking at the game. Okay, so the Cardinals went for it and didn't get it. And they immediately get the safety right afterwards. Okay, so now it's 3-2. I wonder if this is a scoregami. Was it Sad Man Baseball? I've never heard of that gentleman. But that was like such a quick 4th down attempt. I was looking at my phone for literally 10 seconds and boom. As we got a flag, I think it was because that kick went out of bounds. IT versus Scoot, and everyone just said pass. Well, everybody except for a few people. Everybody except for Nick, Scuda, and you, yeah. Everybody else said pass. Never heard of Sad Man Baseball? Boo this man. Am I not cultured for not knowing who that guy is? Alright, hopefully no one scores the rest of the game for the purpose of scoregami. There's Davis with the sack. Ashton Davis, what a guy. Second and 33. Not ideal. And now it's third and like 26. Still not ideal. And we have more rushing. From the comrade. Third down. Feels like Smirnov is just taking forever to throw it. So, I mean, that's probably Niners coverage has just been absurdly good. Because, it literally takes him 10 seconds to throw, and either he gets it off or gets sacked. We have more spectators than actual players. Oh, there are a bunch of non-active spectators.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
You hate interdivisional games, but you guys have been good interdivision this year. You guys are 3-0, so you've beaten everybody once. Last year, though, yeah, you guys could not win a division game to save your lives.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Now the Niners can't win divisional games for Jack Diddley's squad, and last year they couldn't lose a divisional game. It's like these two teams pretty much swapped roles. Cardinals went from really bad in mid-division to really good, and the Niners went from really good in mid-division to really bad. Remember that Dominic Ranch guy? You mean the burner? The guy who had like 4 counts and did it within the span of like 5 minutes after joining the server? What a guy. Who asked himself his own questions in a press conference, and that was the funniest thing. You've won out of division games. That's true. Niners didn't have a ton of those. You were supposed to go 16-0 and boom, he ruined it. What if the score actually ends up as 3-2? That'd be the funniest thing. Andre Luck is your favorite multi-account. Andre Luck kept it up for a while. And he didn't... I think the thing with Andre Luck that was funny is he didn't just create 1. He had like 8. Like, that's pretty impressive, but also pretty sad at the same time. Remember when he joined FGFL and said hi to you? What a guy. He asked if you could convince me to get him in the server again. Yeah, no. Not anytime soon, no. Andre Luck is the only running back to ever get 1,000 yards on your Panthers. Well, yeah, because Chet was slinging the rock so often. What's good, RMP? Welcome. 1 burner would be unthinkable with 4. I mean, Andre Luck had like double that. Oh my, Devontae Adams, what just happened? 83-yard score for Mr. Adams. So here's a big play that Arizona was waiting for this entire time. His burners were fun for the laughs, but yeah, we obviously had to ditch him. What a yeet! And then Devontae Adams just ran right up the middle. He ran through those 2, and then boom, he was gone. I should draft Griffin Jackson Smith. I don't know who that is. Nor do I really have draft picks. So, if only I had picks. But I have Russell Wilson and Aaron Donald for those picks, so it's all worth it. Seems like you throw 60 for 60, incomplete or sacked. Yeah, pretty much. We need the 8-3 score. They could have gone for 2.